Good day, good day. Welcome to Words of Wisdom. Thank you for joining my channel. Really appreciate you jumping on. And I've had a lot of wonderful guidance, synchronicities, messages gifted to me today by Spirit, helping me along my journey and in the situation that I find myself. Now, if any of you are on a journey, a twin flame journey, you will know what I'm talking about. It is very hard. It's a really profound journey because it starts and it is about love. It is about emotion. It wakes you up. And I'd been having quite a lot of sort of thoughts, not thoughts, messages really, and downloads about the return of my twin flame. And of course, that's exactly what happens. Now, it is energy. The twin flame journey is a soul that is split in two, and you have to heal. Both souls have to heal. And effectively, long story short, really, can take what it takes because you heal, your person heals, divine feminine, divine masculine, and you have to ultimately come into some sort of union with your soul. And you can't do that unless you are both in alignment. And every time that energy repeats or comes back in, it can come at moments when you really believe that you're on this lovely, wonderful, ready path, that you've worked so hard to get there. And I literally have been saying it for weeks, and if you watch my readings, you know that. And of course, it is a lesson, and it comes back in, and it started off with my mother as a first point of the lesson was with her, and then of course making it much more prolific and stronger with the same lesson with the twin flame. Now, it is about what you want, of course, and how you want to handle things, but it is how you really believe and trust in your faith and your healing. And that's what Spirit wants you to always be aware of. So just when you're in the best point in your life, the best version of yourself, bam, there we have it. It's a tower moment for a reason. And it's been coming up in our readings and what have you. And, I feel very, very sure that whoever watches my readings probably have similar experiences as well. And I also got some news about a very close friend of mine last night, which I'm very sad about in a way. And I'm just really hoping that the healing that Archangel Raphael can send to her, and I can send to her, and anyone else that would like to send healing to her, works. That she doesn't deserve this moment. It's about her health, and it always has been about her health. It's a huge problem within her life, and sometimes we have these things that we just can't heal, and we're just not meant to heal in this lifetime. Karma comes with us. We bring things with us from other lifetimes. And of course, the twin flame journey is from other lifetimes. And it's really a profound thing when you are dealing with energy and loving energy. I love my spirit team, my energy from my spirit, from my source, from, I feel safe, protected, loved, guided. I'm feeling quite emotional. And my twin flame, of course, has to make me feel the same way. And unless that comes into alignment, you don't ever get that union. But all you can do is just know that it is the most powerful source of love. And you are so blessed to be able to learn from it. And I used to really imagine myself, imagine my twin flame as maybe an angel sitting there going, right, come on, this is what it's all about. I was in some of the darkest moments through that journey. And that was a lot of it was from the catalyst of the twin flame journey. And it's very difficult to try and explain it to people who don't know this. So if you don't have a clue what I'm on about and you think I'm absolutely cray, well, you can move on because it is difficult to understand, and I don't absolutely blame you. I would not be speaking about this to any of or a lot of people I know. So, you know, I'm speaking about it on here because I feel very strongly that because of this journey that I experienced and I got to where I am now, and I have the blessing of having a spirit team that send me information that I can share through cards, through doing this with people that might need to have an awakening, need to know they're not alone in a journey that can feel a bit cray. And whether it's a twin flame journey you're experiencing or just a spiritual journey, it is very, very hard at times to try and explain it because it is magic. It is magic. It is magical. But it's also such a blessing. And so anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I can. And if you don't like it, then that's fine. But this is my platform for a reason. And if somebody here needed to know any of that, and you're not alone. So today on the magical table, I have cards that we're going to ask, obviously, for guidance. It is an 11-day. I have seen 1111 quite a lot already today. It is very much about the guidance from Spirit today. I need it. Spirit know I need it. And I'm just working through it. I have to. There's no other option I can take. And it is, you know, something that I know on the other side of it will be blessed. It will be beautiful. It will be fine. I know that by now. And so in the meantime, let me take my moment today, you know. Tomorrow will be a different feeling. It'll be a different day. So we have on our table today the tea leaf cards, the fortune tea leaf cards with the Quantum Leap Oracle. We've also got our Sacred Traveler Oracle cards for the journey. And we've got our Cozy Witch Tarot cards as well for guidance. And I am going to put a rune on each of the piles, 4 piles. And I've also been called to obviously read my little calendar for you, but also called to raise your vibration. And I know because I need to raise my vibration. And when you have this heavy energy on you, when you really don't quite know how to find that moment, you know, watch something funny if you can. I was just watching something funny this morning. It lifted me. I went for my walk. It was lovely. But now this afternoon, I feel a bit of a dip. So I've come on here to get myself some guidance, some help, and raise my vibration if I can. I'm going off then to sort out horses. So I'll go back out in the fresh air and sort out my horses and have a nice special time with them. But raise your vibrations is a good way today to try and get through. And then, you know, the day is done really, isn't it? Right. So let's see which is going to be. Okay, we have the rune of luck that's going on our tea leaves. A big rune of, oh, it's jumping over there. What are you doing? Don't want to be on top of the cards, maybe. Oh, sorry. I've just dropped my incense. Oh. Right. Sorry about that. Okay, let's try again. It's at the top of the table. It went over right by Tinkerbell. So I'm going to leave her the big rune at the top of the table as luck on our table. I think that was the sort of guidance. Right, we've got the diamond shape that's going on top of our tea leaf. It's lovely. I feel like you're a diamond. You are a diamond. You are sparkling like a diamond. I'm seeing a card that I saw in a message that I was watching. And there was this beautiful flashing diamond. Oh, we've got a unicorn to go down on top of the Quantum Oracle. So beautiful gold magic guidance for us. Oh, another big one. We have the lotus flower that's going out on top of our tarot cards. The lotus flower, of course, is blooming out of darkness, out of our muddy waters. You get this beautiful, beautiful blossoming flower. And we've got the same as yesterday. So that's interesting. And that is also about strength. And it's interesting. I'm sure we put it on top of the Sacred Traveler cards yesterday. Maybe I dreamed it. Anyway, so runes are out. We will look at them. So today on the calendar, strive for progress, not perfection. So keep going forward. And it might feel messy and it might feel like you're not quite ready. But at the end of the day, take that step. Take your steps. Keep your faith. I'm hearing, make sure you keep that movement forward. And that's really what I wanted this reading to be about, because it's the day after the portal and I'm feeling this energy really. And I feel like it's almost like something wants to drag you sort of back. And I'm terrified of repeating with my twin flame situation, that's hurt and that's sorrow and the darkness of healing. But I've got to remember something. I am not the same version of the person I was the last time we connected, which was a long time ago. And I've got to remember that he wouldn't be the same person either. And you've got to remember that if somebody does come back into your life, for whatever the reason, okay, you know, sometimes people have changed. And if you don't open yourself up to that opportunity, you may be missing out on some more growth or something really lovely to come into your life. So you've got to think about this journey as being those moments on the stepping stones go. What is on that stepping stone is the value of that. And I feel like that's what I feel like this lotus flower is showing me. It's almost like the lotus flower seeds and flowers at the same time. And you want to see that beautiful pink flower and you want to see that light and you want to open up. And it's not wrong to do so. You know, I think that is something that we have to learn. As long as you are coming from a place of love and heart, your heart will guide you well. Time heals all wounds. So, of course, you know, it is about time. And as I say, you know, the last time around, you know, we were different people. Time heals all wounds. Maybe there's a lot that's been healed that hasn't been discussed or thought about as yet, you know. That's very probable. All right, so let's go to raise your vibration today. Raise your vibration. What is this beautiful message we are getting today for raise your vibration? Vibe 3, breath is life force. Breathing is so important. The ancient yogis called breath prana, which is the Sanskrit word for life force. So when we are breathing deeply, we are drawing divine light energy into our body. Quite simply, our breath regenerates our body. It brings oxygen to our cells. It keeps us alive. Our lung capacity is actually quite large, but we generally don't use all of it. Most people under pressure only breathe using the top part of their lungs, which means that the top of the chest and the throat area are receiving the energy, but it's not extending much further than that. When too much energy builds up in one place like this, we add to our stress rather than relieve it. So instead, draw deeply on that nourishing life force. And it's on page 66, which is why I'm smiling, because this number is following me around a little bit at the minute. So today you are encouraged to breathe using the full capacity of your lungs and draw pure life force into the whole of your being. So let this simple breathing technique be something you come back to time and time again. Bring your hands to your abdomen and place them on either side of your belly and breathe into them. Feel the natural rhythm of your breath flowing in and out of your body. Do this for 8 to 10 breaths. Bring your hands to your sides and wrap them around your rib cage and breathe into them. Feel your diaphragm expanding with every in-breath. Do this for 8 to 10 breaths. Place your fingers on your collarbone. Allow your hands to rest gently on your chest and breathe into them. Feel your chest lifting and your throat filling with prana with every in-breath, and do this 8 to 10 breaths. When you have finished the sequence of breaths, you may want to do it without your hands, simply by breathing into all these spaces. Linking the breath in the belly, middle body, and upper body forms the full yogic breath that connects body, mind, and soul. When I breathe, I unite with the power that created me. When I breathe, I am reminded that I am not alone. When I breathe, I restore my being with pure life force. That is beautiful. What a lovely vibe. And it's vibe 3. So very powerful vibe for us today. Very powerful. All right. Well, we're going to start with our quantum oracle cards. And how very funny. Attached to my quantum oracle cards that I had from yesterday, and I didn't see, I thought I tidied up my table. Right behind them was this beautiful naughties. So we know naughties can be a bit about chaos and a bit about things that need to change, but it's also about transformation. So we know that, you know, sometimes it's not about perfection, it's about progress. We know that we have to, through the chaos, learn and grow, and that's how I'm feeling a little bit at the minute. So using the unicorn, and let's put the naughties up here, we will go with what our beautiful quantum oracle cards are going to be telling us. Okay, on my table. Oh, right, I'll breathe in that energy. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, on this beautiful day, on this 11th day, 11, your guidance is just what we need. I've already tapped. So what can you guide us with, please, going forward with our transformation? What is happening here that we need to know, please, Spirit? What can you guide us with? One card. Let's see. Okay, hidden motivations. Now, we've had this card before, and you know that basically if you look through, you can see kind of what's going to happen. You know what's happening. You feel it. You see some things, but there are things that you can't see because of these curtains. However, this is in reverse. So what is this suggestion? Well, this is suggesting with a number 1 on 111 that we are going to be given more clarity, more sight, more of the unknown is going to become known. There is going to be something that is going to become maybe hidden in some way. Now that could cause a bit of chaos, but it could also cause the transformation. That is what we're asking about. I've got hiccups, so it's confirmation. So intention. Where's my intention? I can't find it. Intention. There. Intention, number 1, in reverse. Conflicting intentions. When the hidden motivations card is reversed, it reveals that self-imposed roadblocks are starting to be cleared and your mind is becoming more focused. So that's good news. In fact, all that you need to know will begin to surface in ways that empower you and clear the path ahead. There may have been some hesitation about what you really want and about how to achieve it. There may have been others whose hidden motivations were getting in your way. Yep. But now is a time of returning power and increasing clarity for you. Continue to feel and affirm your worthiness and strength, reevaluate your plans, and take action in the light of your higher intentions. When you get your intentions clear, great strides can be made in the direction of your dreams. So the affirmation is, I let go of doubt and limitation, and I have the power to achieve all that I desire. So that is a beautiful start on the table for us from the Quantum Oracle. I mean, oh, okay. And we've got taking steps, that is in reverse. I went to put it down and this jumped off. So we are going to take it. Again, it's an intention. It's a number 4 intention. Now, taking steps. Of course, upright, forward motion, going forward and what have you. I'm hearing that because this hasn't appeared in more of its glory as such, in terms of clarity or understanding from your side, that you haven't or aren't taking the steps yet. You're waiting for that moment. Now, if we go back to what our little message was, striving for progress, not perfection. So I kind of feel like saying to you, if you're waiting for the perfect moment, it's probably not going to happen. What you need to be doing is waiting for the energy to take you, for the feeling, for your heart to guide you. You know, when we do something that we think, oh my God, you don't think about it, you just do it, that type of it, that's what this is telling me its meaning. So I absolutely understand why we're at this situation right now. Because we are one day after the portal, we're letting go. My personal situation, of course, is I am just this situation has come back round and I'm waiting for it to play out in a bit more ways. I am allowing, I'm not controlling, I'm surrendering, I am trying to keep myself on my path. I am waiting for more clarity and understanding in my situation, you know. That is me personally, but you take what resonates for yourself. So we are going to look at the intention, number 4 in reverse. When this card is reversed in your spread, there's considerable confusion about what you should do next. You're not entirely convinced that the path you're on is where you want to be. You're unsure about the future and you're second guessing your choices of the past. Don't get bogged down in regrets. Let go of the future fears. And it is true, because I have a fear of not the hurt, but of going backwards, because I'm in such a lovely place right now. And my boundary, my intention is I don't want to ever let anyone into my life that is not going to be aligned with me in all ways. I don't want it to be difficult. It needs to be easy. Love should be like that. So I just feel like every day's a new beginning. On my pen over there is just shouting out at me at this stage. I've got to give it a chance. I understand that and I know that, because it is part of my destiny. But there's an inner energy at work here. You're preparing to take steps into the unknown. So plan your next move and muster up your courage. You're ready to advance. So basically, I am ready to take action on my own behalf. I choose to move forward now. So I have chosen to allow it back, but I don't have any more answers than I had all those months ago. Okay. I'm still sitting in an unknown feel, but I have made the choice that I will go with it until and play it out. But it is fearful. It's scary because I just don't want it to be a backward motion. And that is something that we all fear at times, isn't it? You know? So I think if you are in this, in the version of this journey where you have set your boundaries and you have that power, you've got to trust in that. You've got to trust that you are a different version. And it reminds me of that song that I love so much by Lady Gaga. That is, I am stronger than before. I am stronger than before. I definitely know that. So I've got to remind myself of that. And spirits are reminding me of it. They're giving me guidance. They're telling me. And so that is something that maybe somebody needed to hear. You have to have that trust and faith, because how can you progress? I mean, blockages apparently are coming out of the way now, you know. All right, so we've got our diamond shape, which is the Othala rune, a part of the Othala rune anyway, apparently. And it is about, you know, ties, family ties, but also ancestral. And we've been doing an ancestral healing. And when you're on a past life journey, when you're on a spiritual journey where you, if you are in a connection of some sort that you know is a past life scenario, ancestral things will be playing out. But you know, someone said today, Kelly and Divine Empress reading, she said, at the end of the day, when you make a decision, you're making it on behalf of the next generation that you are leaving, your legacy. So you want it to be correct. So do the work for that. Think about it from that point of view. So if it gives you the motivation to surrender, let go, walk away, pick it up and fight through, whatever this situation, it's because of that. And I thought that resonated with me, and that was quite a good piece of advice. So Othala is really the idea of nudging you to check with your people back home, kind of thing. So for me, it's my twin flame energy comes back in some form, and it brings something to me that I have to learn. So see what you're feeling right now, and we're going to go with our tea leaf cards to see what it is that Spirit can guide us with right now in terms of this journey today, and how are we going to be, you know, managing, and what is it that we're going to have to look out for, you know. Can't have that many, Spirit. Okay, anything else you want to tell us? Yeah. Oh my goodness me. Okay. I'm not very good at shuffling these, am I? I am not going to be very good at shuffling these. All right. Well, let's put those down and start with these. Okay, so we have got, let's look at our uprights for a minute. Because we've got happiness and well-being, the Sun card. And that's beautiful. That is beautiful. You see, it's stuck to me over here. Yes. It's about really, you know, trusting in your journey and finding the happiness in it, and remembering the joy, and, you know, the well-being, how great you are, the best version you are now. Kind of making me feel like, you know, you don't need to go backwards. This is who you are, and this is a beautiful card for us to start with. We have the Jug, light-hearted, carefree time. So like I said to you, maybe watch something funny, you know, on television just to make you have a laugh. Go and see or speak to someone that always lifts you up. Find that high vibration that you need, and sometimes having a good laugh really picks that up for you. We have dogs, getting together with friends, exactly. So I did that last night, went out, had a lovely meal with a friend, and we had a lovely time. And you know, our conversation often for me is quite inspirational, so I love that. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. So something here. And it kind of reminds me when you pull a carrot out the ground, you know, it's like pulling it, it's like harvesting that carrot. It's like getting rid of that root. It's like picking up something that, you know, when you see the green top of the carrot and then you pull it out the ground, you've got this beautiful carrot underneath. I feel like that is such a lovely message right now, you know, especially if we got a hidden motivation. So behind the curtains, behind what you can't see, the unknown, there's a treasure. There's something that's going to be really beneficial for you. Perhaps it will be something really tasty, really good for you. But yeah, it's, you know, happiness and well-being. When we have that sort of that windfall, that little moment, it just picks you up, doesn't it? So those are beautiful, 4 beautiful cards straight away with the tea leaves. This one came out as well. The Hat. You will be playing a different role. Very interesting. I jumped straight on top of this Taking Steps reversed card, Intention. You will be playing a different role. And that, as I was saying to you, is like my fear with this situation. I don't want to be back into that again. I don't want to be how I was. You know, I'm better now. I'm a different version of who I was. So you will be playing a different role. So it could just be about friendship now. It could be a very different role because of your change, your transformation. People do change. So that is a lovely card to have. We've got here the Vine. Seek out information that will help you. Absolutely. And the vine, you know, it climbs on, it sticks on to something else, you know. And I feel that so much with the spiritual journey. There's always that, you know, almost like behind what you can see is something else that is happening. And when it gets presented, it's like, oh, yes, you know, I feel that very much. But, you know, speak to others or seek out information that will help you. Listen to readings like I do, you know. Maybe my words of wisdom might inspire you to look at something else, whatever it might be. But honestly, that's a lovely card as advice for us as we're going forward. We've got these 2 cards here at the top next to Hidden Motivations. The Bowl, plenty of material things, and the Bird Flying. News is on its way. So that's lovely behind the Hidden Motivations, the reversed. So there is news coming. There's something that's going to be presented to you. You know, plenty of material things. So abundance of happy things that are going to make you happy. That's so beautiful. That is so lovely. Maybe that's why this opportunity or windfall, perhaps with that you're going to be buying lot of material things that perhaps you've never had before. And that could be because of this news that comes in, that windfall, that inspiration, whatever it might be. That is beautiful. These 2 together on this side of the intention card of Hidden Motivations is Grapes. Time to go out and have fun. And Throne, a position of authority. And that is again my throat chakra just went ping. So that is very lovely, this position of authority and time to go out and have some fun. You will be playing a very different role as on this side as well. So perhaps you will find yourself with this news on the way in a new position at work that you'll have some authority to, but time to go out and have some fun. I feel like almost like that's a bit of a celebration, isn't it? So that is a beautiful, beautiful cards that are on the table here. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you very much. I've got the months of the year card here, cards here with the tea leaves, and I just want to sort of ask, let me just give you this one in here as well. If Spirit will be so kind as to give us a bit of a time for this. When is this new, you know, new situation, this news, when is it going to come in? That's going to give us maybe this windfall or new position of authority. I feel like one side is money and the other side is some really good luck. I mean, it's funny how the good luck was literally on this side of the table, the rune, when it flew up there, and it's literally sitting above grapes, authority, the throne, and you will be playing a different role. So I feel that that is really lovely. So let's ask Spirit, please, if you could, with these cards. Okay, all right. Let's have a look. April. Now that is very strange because you saw me shuffling them. And the other day when I was doing my reading on TikTok, after I'd finished it, I looked down and this card, this one, had jumped out when I take my runes out of my little stand here that I use when I do my TikTok. This had jumped out and April was sitting on top of my Sacred Horse Oracles. April. So I feel like this is quite a spring kind of feel. And, you know, when we look on here, we've got the sun, happiness and well-being. We've got grapes. That feels like summery. That feels like spring. We've got carrots. So also, if you remember, or if you think about it as well, we've just had this harvest and we're plowing our new field. We're actually going to start planting our seeds. So whatever you are going to be doing, these steps, these next steps you're going to be taking, it's going to bring you a lot of happiness, well-being, reward, and perhaps a different position. You'll find yourself completely in a different place, different position, and we can expect to see it around about April time. So after the winter months, then we start seeing the sprout of the new, and that's a beautiful thing to think of. Now, we can also take that, I'm being told, in another way, obviously, that since April, you might have been doing something that now you are going to get a bit of reward, because we ask about daily, we ask about, you know, the fact that we've gone through this portal and we want this new and what have you. So it could be that since April, but I asked the question when, and it was April. So I'm going to sort of go with that as it's sunny and what have you. But you take what resonates with you. All right, so that's beautiful. And I do like this to sort of, if I'm really being honest, I feel like time heals all wounds. And that is March the 25th, right? So April time is going to be this moment, this new thing. It doesn't mean that in the meantime things are not going to be working, but we've asked for a new path. We've asked for new, and new things will be coming on that path. And April, I think we're going to see the fruits of our labor. And I say that because of the beautiful grapes. So, okay. Let's ask our Sacred Traveler cards if we can have some more detail about, you know, between now and April, possibly, what can we expect? Okay, clear the air, distant thunder. And it went on the split as take your first step, begin now. So that was the confirmation I was kind of asking Spirit, is it like now or whatever? So yes, we're going from now until April with this news. Seek out information that will help you, whatever it is that is coming about. But you are going to start taking steps as soon as these hidden motivations, these blockages are clearing. So you're going to start now taking steps. Distant thunder. Clear the air. Clear the air. So perhaps that is a conversation for me. Perhaps that is seeking out more information that you need to do. Clearing the air. And under that we've got healing energy flows through you. Mystic healer. That's beautiful. So that is really special. And you can see here this beautiful owl sitting there, this wisdom. Oof, that was a strong energy. And she, you know, she's standing now almost perfectly balanced. Almost as sort of filling this cup, or this cup is overflowing or going up into her, from her hands up or down, but this mystic healing. And I you know, I said to you I had bad news for my friend on her health and everything. And I asked Archangel Raphael to send her healing and things. So that's a very beautiful card for me to say thank you for. Begin now, take your first step. So let's have a little look at the clear the air, distant thunder. Straight to it. Dramatic purification, renewal and healing are occurring at many levels. Don't be concerned if there is chaos in your life. And Helgalaz came out, remember? And Othala is about, remember, the ancestral ties and things like that, and family ties that can cause chaos for us. In this instance, it is good. It is shaking things up so you don't become stagnant. And that's exactly what I said to you about my twin flame. The minute I feel happy and content, doop, in it comes. Nope, you're going to have a bit of a poof, and we've got to get you moving again. So if your auric field or your personal space is cluttered, it's difficult for exciting new experiences and opportunities to come into your life. It's time to clear out clutter, release the old, discarded and unused, clear the air and release situations and people who don't empower you. That is a truth. Absolutely. So if they're not going to come into my world and be aligned with me and empower me in a reciprocal way, they're not going to be coming in. I am not going down there. And that is because of my, not my fear, but that is my courage to overcome that almost, oh my goodness, I don't want to go back there. I want to go forward. I do. Purify the dross out of your life. In order for the renewal to occur, the old needs to make new way for the new. So the sacred traveler wants you to know, on the distant horizon, a storm is brewing. Hidden motivations, those curtains are going to be drawn. Great shards of lightning are thunderbolting on the earth from the heavens. It can feel chaotic, but it heralds a time of renewal. The thunderstorm clears the dust out of the air and re-energizes the earth. Be open to change. It's all good. Even if it doesn't seem like it. New energy is flooding your energy field. Examine your life and see if there is anything that needs to be cleared, renewed, or released. Now is the time. Renewal and even rebirth is at hand. So wish me luck, my friends. But I've got Mystic Healer here as well. So let's read Mystic Healer. Inner and outer healing on all levels is occurring in your life. A situation, relationship, or physical challenge is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. This is the time to find the source of challenges, transform inner grievances. Do it now. You no longer need to carry it with you. You are a healing force for others, even if you're not aware of it. The sacred traveler wants you to know there are times when the traveler steps off the path to search for the mystic healer. Yeah, me. The healer instructs that everything in nature has the intrinsic ability to restore itself and reminds you that you are also have this powerful ability within you. For healing to occur on the outside, it is essential for healing to occur in the inner places. Remember about that. Time. Remember, time heals all wounds. All right, so we've got a bit of time here till April. To do this, meditate by visualizing a beautiful, vital future for yourself and trust that recovery is on the way. Mystic healers are working with you to resolve emotional and physical challenges. Be patient and have faith that beneath the surface, all is well. Behind the curtains, all is well. Have faith. Those curtains coming back. Plenty of material things, for opportunities, getting together with friends, playing a different role, position of authority, having fun, happiness. So trust. Thank you, Spirit. Trust. And begin now. Take your first step. Begin now. I'm going to read it because it was there on the cut and I saw it. Every journey starts with the first step. There's no moment better than the present one to begin. You might not feel ready, but nevertheless, it's now time to start. Strive for progress, not perfection. You might not feel ready, but it's time to start. A new cycle is beginning. Wipe the slate clean and get going. Release familiar routines, stagnant situations, or challenging relationship that no longer support you or empower you. There's that word again, empowerment. Make sure that whatever the situation is for you, that it is going to be beneficial for your life. And if it's not, as tough as it is, let it go. Leave it behind. You're at the end of an old cycle and beginning a new and exciting one. Set yourselves for a new horizon. The sacred traveler wants you to know there are times when the traveler needs to separate from family, friends, and acquaintances to enter new places within himself or herself. Sometimes the traveler must go beyond what is familiar in order to be open to transformation and change. Thus, the journey brings a heightened sense of awareness and ignites mindfulness. Sometimes it can feel difficult to take that first step, but unless you do, you'll never know the joy and fulfillment that awaits you. Exactly what I said. So for me, I have to do what I need to do. And even though I am fearful in some ways, I feel I'm empowered in others. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that I have to do this for my journey. In the words of Lao Tzu, a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. I have chills. That is incredible. Thank you, Spirit. That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. It does say the next one is narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. And we've got go deep, explore your roots with grounding. So really be thoughtful, be mindful. Think about what it is. Opening to your spiritual source, finding sanctuaries. Go slow, take time. A fresh new way of living energies, transformation. 3 cards. I turn the look. That is crazy. And I will show you why that is crazy, because this was this morning's angelic one. Phoenix. There it is. So, my friend, if you're with me on this, take your time. Be patient with this situation as well. I know that. Go slow. Let it unfold. And deal with it as each time it takes, just like you do with your daily life, with your step by step. Opening to your spiritual source. That is beautiful. I'm going to read that one. Opening to your spiritual source. Finding sanctuary. That's me. Rest, rejuvenate, tune into your spiritual source. It is time of retreat and inner sanctuary. Go within, find your inner refuge. Step forward with grace, deliberation, thoughtfulness. Take moments of reflection. Profound healing of physical and emotional wounds can occur in the stillness of sanctuary. Difficult situations can be averted by taking time to go within. The sacred traveler wants you to know sometimes the voyager becomes travel weary. The pack becomes heavy and the journey becomes lackluster. What did I say about my energy? Heavy energy, yeah? Oof, it's in these moments the traveller needs to step off the path and find a temple or sanctuary to reassess and renew. Exactly, I've had my sloggies on all day and I've done nothing. I did hoover, I did clean up. And I washed my dog. I did do that. This gives perspective and new life strategies. Create a place of beauty in your home that feels sacred and holy and spend time there. Right here, thank you, at my magic table. If you've been pushing too hard or struggling to keep going, listen to the voice of spirit. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, so there's our lotus flower, our beauty of our lotus flower that is guiding us. Now we're going to definitely ask our, these are so powerful. 1, 2, 3. What can you give us as guidance based on what is on this table, please, Spirit, with these wonderful tarot to confirm what is on this table for this? I mean, perhaps from now until April, what is our journey looking like? What's behind the curtain, please, Spirit? What are you giving us? What is behind the curtain? Can we know? Can you give us some help, detail? You must jump out. I'm not going to reach for you. You come to me, baby. Interesting. Having a good shuffle. Oh, there we go. We're having a good shuffle. All right. 3 cards. 3 cards. The Patient Witch. Learn to get comfortable with sitting still whenever necessary. I know. Thank you very much. The Patient Witch. Right. On top of finding sanctuary, fogged in, getting together with friends, a little opportunity, a windfall, we have the Magician. You have everything you need to do anything you want. Isn't that beautiful? That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. happiness and sunshine. We have strength on top of begin now, a fresh new way of living energies, Mr. Healer. Strength. It takes strength to be soft. So allowing someone back in, okay, is not being weak. It's being strong enough to discover yourself and them and the change that they deserve for you to hear. And that's the only reason why I ever let my twin flame come back on. But if he doesn't make a difference, or he's not up for it, he's not healed, and if we are not aligned, my Archangel Michael takes him away anyway, to be honest. But there I go with my cray-cray. And we have got Seven of Cups. Not every option you're given will be a great option for you. So it is about really, understanding that transformation. And perhaps, all these times you've given chances or whatever, maybe it is time to just, well, go slow, take your time about it. But as I said to you, maybe you've got to let it go. And it can be really hard, but be patient with yourself. This is a healing, be patient with yourself. Take time with the healing, go slow, take time. And you will see a difference. And time heals. So we've got till April. Anyway, I hope that helped you. It's a 51-minute reading, 111. I saw on the clock there. Just suddenly popped up as I looked. And yeah, thank you for joining me. I hope this resonates. Please give me a like if you've enjoyed it. Maybe a comment if you'd like to just make a comment. I'd love to hear from you. You take care. I'll see you again soon.